Hello and welcome to another MCO market update on SUI. Yeah, just a quick look here at the larger time frame. We're currently dealing here with a larger correction that seems to be unfolding on the SUI chart, which means we have potentially a top in place here in January, a more substantial top. There's still technically a chance for one more high, even if it's just in a B wave, an overshooting B wave. However, I mean, the depth of the decline makes it likely that we have already started a much larger correction, potentially even to $1.64, 49 cents. It will depend on the structure of this move up. I do not expect another high. Okay, it would be a bonus at this point because of the depth of the decline, the break of support levels in recent weeks and months. So I'm primarily tracking for a corrective rally. Now, if we see at any point the development of an impulse to the upside, a so-called Elliott wave impulsive structure, which is a very specific Elliott wave pattern, well, then we can be more bullish. But for now, the structure from the low is a three-wave move up, so it's either going to be the orange count or the white count, at least based on what we see right now. Both are corrective rallies, and the B wave can overshoot, though. We need to consider that. Therefore, it's important to track the microstructures, but as you can see here on the larger time frame, I mean, the pattern that has been developing from the low in April is really not impressive yet. It's not large enough to be really meaningful. And the resistance area is between $2.65 and $4.17. So we should consider this area as an area of interest, from a resistance point of view. And then if we see any impulsive price action to the downside from there, it would likely represent the start of the C-wave decline. So be aware that at the moment I'm primarily tracking this as a corrective rally to the upside with levels at $2.65, $3.03, $3.46 and $4.17 as resistance. Looking at the shorter time frame for SUI, we are tracking here this ABC structure. I mean, again, right, this could be a wave 2, shift it here a little bit, or a B wave from a bearish point of view. So this is how I would track this. If it's more bullish, we need 5 waves up, ideally above resistance, which I highlighted on the larger time frame anyway. But in the short term, the rally from the low, from the 7th of April low, is only in 3 waves. So it's not too impressive at this point, what happened there. The most directly bullish path I see is an ABC structure to the upside, in which maybe we've bottomed in the B wave. The support zone I communicated before here for this B wave is between $1.85 and $2.04. And we really need an upside impulse from here to suggest the C wave has started. That C wave to the upside would be a 5-wave move. So we can watch for a 1-2 setup to confirm that further, which means what I'm watching for is an initial micro 5-wave move up from the support area that would represent wave 1 of C, but we're not there yet, okay? I don't have a 5-wave move up yet. When I get 5 waves up, I'll let you know, but then we can watch for the corrective pullback in a wave 2, which could be a setup for a 3rd wave rally and so on. If we really go higher from here, which is a big if at this point, then the ideal target for a C wave to the upside would be the area between the 100% extension and the 161.8 extension between $2.84 and $3.50. This is a zone I'm watching, specifically this zone. And we have additional levels there. Okay, it's not only 284 to, well, it's not, the 284 level is the first main level to watch, the 100% extension. But in addition to that, the 123.6 extension is important, 138% extension, all the way up to the 161.8. But obviously, this is only an initial target range. We can specify that further as we go higher and get closer. There's likely going to be some structural resistance, first of all, around the 13th of April high, around 242. And then we've got 254 and 282. And overall, if we break higher, I mean, does it mean it's super bullish? No, it might just be the B wave goes a little higher. But this is still all I can share is, what would be an ideal area to be reached. And it is this one, between 284 and 350. So that's what I'm watching, at least as long as the market holds above $1.85. That's the update about SUI. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.